What's up? We live.
It says going live.
Does it?
Who was saying going live
Does
when
it?
you said live?
Does it?
Now we're live,
We've been live.
and
Bro.
Facebook is behind.
We've been live. We
So-
go live on YouTube first.
Yeah.
Always.
All right. So wait till Facebook is up.
We're live.
Are we
Oh
gonna
my
pray
gosh.
first?
We gotta pray first.
I mean, it's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
We did just leave service.
Did we?
Y'all know what it is.
How
Let's
many,
get to the.
how many services did you leave today?
I played 2 on today.
It's quiet. I played 2 on today.
I just watched. I'm visiting.
Mm.
So,
Back home,
Back home.
back home visiting.
almost permanently.
Hey, hey,
Shout out to everyone who will be joining us. And I see 4 people have joined in on YouTube, but I don't see 4 likes. Hit the like button. Download the app. The app is still free to download. And once you download it, you can still set up a free account to be able to stream all tracks. How many tracks? All tracks for free, as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection or a data plan.
You know what it is.
And when you download this, do not try to download it to a laptop or a computer. It needs to be a mobile device. A mobile device.
But the app itself, right?
The app
It is
itself.
a mobile
You
application.
cannot get it on your laptop. It's phone, tablet, iPad, iPhone. You know what it is out here. If you want to have a premium subscription and get access to all of the features on the app, including videos, 5 free downloads per month, you need to sign up for $10 a month, or you need to sign up for $100 a year, which gives you 2 months free. Some of you guys already know this, but we have to continue to repeat this because we continue to get DMs on questions on how do we sign up and what do we get when we sign up? Does that mean I get to download all of the tracks? Does it mean I get to watch the videos? I'm telling you now, you can only watch videos or download 5 free tracks per month if you pay for a premium membership.
Very true. And I think one thing that we should do, which I think I will do, is just have a page on a website where people can go when they ask us these questions. We can say, hey, click this link and it'll tell you everything. And
Still get a DM. Yo,
yeah, and that's when you get the DM, of course, because there's going to be new people who have never seen this podcast or seen any of our podcasts or ever heard you speak, other than, a quick video in the app. But then if they have the question and they do DM you, you hit them with a link, go bam.
truck them.
Okay, I don't understand why you're so upset. I don't.
I was kidding. Shout out to Durama the drummer. He's actually really raw on the drums. Go follow him on Instagram, brother. You need to post some more drum videos, sir, to showcase your talent because you're nice with it. Shout out to Matthias, Dennis Mason, Stapleton, Church of God in Christ.
That is so funny because he does have like 17 first names, and we just talked about it. Like all of your names.
Don't that it sound like a
first
church?
names.
It sound like a church.
Matthias, Dennis, Mason, Stapleton.
Brody,
Cathedral.
Stapleton Cathedral. Shout out to Charles Edgar Gray Jr. What's good? That's all on the Facebook side.
Yep. Okay.
All right, so you read the title. No problem, Brody. We see you, Durama. You read the title. For those of you who are here,
Let's give some backstory for those who may not have seen.
I was just going to
the-
introduce the person first. Can we
I
introduce the homie?
Before we introduce him, though, let's give some backstory to we had this special guest on the podcast with us some months ago.
They did me dirty.
How did that happen,
Oh,
sir?
they did me dirty.
What happened? How did we do you dirty?
Viewers, go check out. Y'all go see for yourself
What happened?
and comment.
Well,
What do you think
first of all, you won't be able to see the video of the podcast.
that part?
The video's not
The
there.
reason why you won't be able to see the video of the podcast
What happened?
is because I took my phone, because we filmed it on my phone, right? The video of it.
Yeah.
But I took my phone with me when I went to Florida that month. And I went snorkeling and I accidentally took my phone with me. And as you know, iPhones and Atlantic salt water do not mix. So with that being the case, we did
He
have
took
his
his
audio
phone into
we
the
did-
ocean.
We recorded the audio separately. But the podcast, the audio podcast is up. This was the reason why we had him on the podcast. Fam was moving from where we're from in Northern California down to LA, Southern California, in pursuit of the dream, the life, the goal.
We have a podcast over on the Drum Culture side called Moving to LA for Gigs. And then since he was moving, he was in the process of getting ready to move, we decided to interview him as the preliminary of before he moved. What is he going out there for? What is he expecting to get when he moves down there? Now that he's moved,
Yes.
he has a better story or a different story than from before. Because
Right.
before you was just visiting, right? Just going for a couple days, coming back home.
But now you've actually been living there for months now, right? How many months?
We in there 4 months.
And so you're back for the holidays, right? Visiting some family, Thanksgiving and all that, which is dope. And so we have the opportunity to drag him back into the studio and have him talk. So we introduced the guest who was with us before, who is with us today to give us an update on how things are going.
Duh, Brody.
Brandon
Harris.
Brandon Harris.
What's your Instagram? Shout out your Instagram.
Brandon Harris Music.
Brandon Harris Music on IG. Follow him.
At Brandon. So at the end of the day, or at the beginning of this podcast, man, how was the transition moving from Northern California
to SoCal
to Southern California in pursuit of the dream? And did it meet, just on general overall, did it meet your expectations? Was it everything you thought it was? Was it better? Was it worse?
I would definitely say it was better.
Okay, tell me about it.
Struck you. I'm just kidding, bro. Go ahead.
What is going on with you
Something wrong
on
with this
today?
guy.
You didn't take
But it's
communion
cool.
this Sunday, did you? It's first Sunday.
Actually, I did.
And so
I didn't want to, but I
so
did.
after the Lord's table, this is
All
how you act.
Don't talk about NorCal like that, fam.
No, hey, it's NorCal all day. I represent, even though I got LA hat on now.
Yeah,
right?
he's different. He
He,
different.
he didn't win, and he didn't turn Holly weird on us.
Nah,
He turned Ollie weird.
Nah.
Now what happened?
I would say my expectations was blown away because I was there for about a week and I grabbed first I was able to sub the first week I was out there. I wasn't expecting to make no money for at least 6 months to a year. Like I was just thinking like, hey man, I'm going to a totally new city. Nobody knows me like that. I'm starting at ground zero. It's gonna take a while for me to get my bread up. So
Yeah.
I went out there with a healthy savings account with that in mind.
Wait, first of all, time out. You said you went out there with a healthy savings account.
Oh,
I just want to take note
yeah.
because everybody may or may not have realized that that's something that you should do. Is that you should actually have a healthy savings account. By the way, let us know if you guys can hear everyone really clearly, or if we're not loud enough, or if we're too loud. Just let us know. All right, keep going.
And a part of that whole healthy savings account, in order to have a healthy savings account, you have to hit the like button when you're watching the video. Okay, 7 people watching, 4 likes. I don't understand. There's 3 people missing. Hit the like button.
Okay, go ahead. You said your expectations were blown away. You subbed.
Yeah, I was able to sub at
What were you subbing at?
Cali Worship
Oh, the church gig. Okay.
So, and it was cool because I was gonna go there and visit anyway.
Who's the pastor at Cali Worship?
Warren Campbell.
Oh, okay. So you just happened to sub at not just any church.
Yeah, it was one. That's why I was like, hey
So
man.
the church of the pastor who just happens to be the CEO of a gospel recording.
Yeah, my block.
record label,
Yeah.
Who turns out artists that have a lot that are very successful. Like
Absolutely.
I don't know, Mary.
Right.
Who's counting? Go ahead.
Right.
But that's
Yeah. So
Just to name a few.
Well, so let me ask you this though. Did that just happen out the blue, or did you know somebody? Did you meet somebody from having traveled back and forth already?
yeah. So I was traveling back and forth for about 2 years
Before you moved out.
before I moved there, and I became cool with the homie.
Okay.
Shout out to homie Kendall. That's the homie. That's the
Okay.
bro. Yeah. He was like, hey man, I gotta go do a hit. I'm out of town. You mind sitting in for me at the
Yeah.
church? And I was like, oh word, yeah.
Power now.
So, yeah, like I said, I definitely wasn't expecting to make a dime so quick.
Right.
So even I was,
I wasn't expecting you to make that.
so no, I was just happy to make a check, even though if it's just a church check. Like, nah,
Yeah,
man,
hey,
that's
a check is
great.
A check is a check, bro.
Absolutely, man. So I was
Cash all of the checks.
I was just excited about
Okay.
that.
I'm just saying.
Let him finish.
Listen, I got some checks. Bank ain't open today. Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, so
gracious.
I was definitely just happy just for that opportunity alone.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
So was that just like 1 week, or
That was 1 week. Well, I mean,
it was? I mean, saying with that
That-
first sub, was it just a 1 week sub? Or was it
yeah,
perpetual?
yeah, that was just 1 week.
Okay.
And then
Wait, how did they like you when you went in there? Was you nervous when you went in there? Because you know the musicians at this church is dope, right?
right.
they're dope,
No,
right?
everybody was cool. Everybody was super cool, man. Like, and everybody is like working musicians.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, yeah, I just got off of this tour. Yeah, I just got off of this tour. I'm doing this right now, and I'm just
I
just moved here a week ago.
Is there a difference between SoCal church and NorCal church? As far as how the music goes and
give it a fair critique. Don't like compare it to the church. you was
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
The arrogance on
Yeah,
this guy.
this dude is arrogant
How am I arrogant?
He's
because
talking about how
he-
good the church you play at
right,
is.
he got one
I
of the
didn't say that.
better.
You said it, the undertone. said
Yeah,
it.
No,
that was
I
arrogance.
think you're misinterpreting
No,
what my
that-
undertone was.
We know what it is.
I think you're just insecure about where you're playing at right now.
I'm Gucci where I'm at. I'm living the life over here, Brody. Listen, I had to get a bigger wallet. Couldn't fit all the checks in there, family. Shout out to the places I play at, man. I see y'all.
Shout out to me for giving him the gig.
No!
Hey, we ain't gonna talk about it.
Hey,
We ain't gonna talk about it.
What happened was, let's talk about it. What happened was,
Hey, just know God.
he got fired.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
that's what happened. I came
Hey.
in early because you were still up here.
Just
You
know,
were still up here when I was
just know, God is good. Just know that.
Hey, just know. Hey, listen,
God is good.
He was still home when I was playing. He was off the gig.
Time out.
So he was forced out of the city.
First of all,
Now let's keep on moving. Let's move right along. Let's move right along.
All right.
I got a question for you.
All right.
Nah,
all right.
truck that. He got to finish my question.
No.
Is there a difference between NorCal Church and
Hold on.
SoCal Church?
I'm gonna get back to that.
No, my question
Bro.
first.
All right. What do you want to know?
Wait a minute.
The difference of playing in church in SoCal and NorCal. Is there a difference, or is it just the same? When they play Lord, you are good. It's the same. It's just like, hey, we just play Lord.
I would say it all starts whatever church you playing at.
Yeah, just the church.
It depends on the church you playing at. Because I played at several churches in the LA area, small, big, and same experiences out here. Some churches is on point, hitting all the hits and runs. Some churches is organ and drums, getting it done. Like, so it's pretty much the same. Depends on where you at. But I will say the level of musicians that are playing are they tend to be good. They're good.
So there's more good music. I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah,
Because, LA is a place where musicians from all over the world go to.
Absolutely.
And so that's why there's such a heavy concentration of musicians.
Yeah.
There, right. That makes sense to me. I think
Absolutely.
it's hilarious though that it's Communion Sunday. You had communion today.
All right,
You cut through.
So listen,
First of all, you're cursing everybody out
I came
in the
down.
audience, and then
Let's talk
secondly, you're lying about the gigs.
Absolutely.
Hey, listen.
It's all right. God's
Shout out to
good.
the Brody. I came down, we shed it on video. I came down to LA to see the situation, and in that experience, I do understand what you're talking about as far as the level of musicianship amongst musicians. There's a lot of great players, and like to your point, they're not from LA. So
Yeah.
when we was walking to the car, we
Mm.
was done shedding, or I can't remember what we was doing. We was done playing, and we was walking to the car, and I just heard somebody murdering a lower track. Like he was murdering, and I was like, "Bro, this dude is wow." The phrasing, the ideas, cool. And he said, "Oh, that's the homies' room." Open the door. There's like 5, 6 drummers in there, and each one of them also happen to have a gig. But not just that, each one of them can play drums. Each one of them is from a different part of the country, and the way they do the sheds down there, it's not like all the time. It's not like a 2 or 3 kids shed set up. It's like, okay, there's kids set up, but only one person's playing, and they play to a track, and we all sit and watch them play to an actual song. Like, how would you approach this song? Yes, of course, your drummers are watching, so you're probably gonna take a solo section in there, but it's not about just the solo part. It's like, like how would you groove on this verse?
Yeah.
And then after that person goes, the next person goes, and in that I was like,
Yeah.
yo, these cats is playing some ridiculous stuff that would be accepted on the gig, but it's still ridiculous. Like, yo, that the concepts and the phrasing is out of this world.
Yeah, is the thought process out there is all about working. Like,
Yeah.
so that was the whole goal as sitting down with all the drummers and they just watching one at a time. It's like, yo, what would you do on a gig? Because that is the ultimate goal. Like,
And
to
still make
me-
make it your own though.
Yeah.
Still
But
make it
that
sound dope.
makes so much sense to me. The reason why is because everyone moved to LA to get
To
gigs,
work.
to work.
yeah,
And so it makes sense that their sheds have a goal and focus around what they're trying to accomplish.
yeah,
If your goal was just to see how far out creative you can be, then the shed would probably look different.
yeah.
But if the goal is to get work, then that is a completely different thing. And then so the sheds reflect that. It makes a lot of sense to me. I'm not mad. I
Yep,
like
yep. I was like, and don't get me wrong, they definitely have sheds where they just going
Go
at it.
ham,
They
yeah.
going ham. So yeah, it's yeah.
That experience was dope to me because I was just like, we don't do that up here at all. But also the dopeness was how they made the records their own, because they don't just go, I'm just gonna play time. which time is still the main focus, but they don't just go, hey, here's 4 on the floor, and I'm gonna play 4 on the floor for 4 minutes straight. They make it their own. They add these little nuances, these little ins and outs of chops, where it's just like, yo, this is crazy. They flip the beat sometimes, they displace the beat sometimes during the verse, but they do it in a way where, even as a musician, of course, as a drummer, we don't care. Play as much notes as you want, and we don't really get mad. But if you take the drummer mind off and just go, okay, as a fan of the song, bro, you're not taking away from the verse. It's not bad that he's playing this displaced thing. It's like, yo, I'm still nodding on beat based on what he's playing. Because of course they do like to keep the backbeat on 2 and 4 as much as possible. But this shift is crazy. And I say shift. I didn't say the other word. It's crazy. These guys within the confines of being a working drummer.
Yeah.
They have so much. They have a deeper level of creativity than the norm of I'm just gonna play it straight. And for me to see it, I was like, yo, this is actually blowing me away. This is because I didn't, when you watch like BET Awards or music awards show, you don't really get to hear the drummer like that, especially coming through a television. And they play one song, maybe 2, and then they off. You know what I mean? It's pretty straight. But these guys play like this on the gig. So if you happen to go play for, or happen to go see the artist they're playing for and go to the whole concert, you'll hear this type of stuff that they're doing. It's like, yo, this is absolutely wild. And I was inspired to even dive into that type of vocabulary when I play, because a lot of stuff they're playing is not so far out there. It's not crazy fast, crazy displaced, crazy odd time. It's stuff that I can do, just didn't think to do it.
Right.
And it's like, bro, why? One dude played a 6-stroke roll, a classic 6-stroke roll. I believe he played it as 30-second notes, but the main accent started on the E of one. Usually 6-stroke rolls start on the downbeat or on the and he put it on the E in the middle of the verse. And the way he played it, I don't know how he was able to get both accents in and still hit the downbeat of the snare on 2 and 4 to keep the backbeat going.
Yep.
I was looking like, bro, that was the dude, the left-handed. I forget his name. What's his name again?
Diamond, the homie Diamond.
Shout out to Diamond, bro. This, I was like, fam, that I was in the middle of texting, and when he did it, I just dropped my phone.
Yeah.
That was so water. And the cleanliness of these, they play everything clean, like, or at least they're trying to. Of course, when you play, when you play, you critique yourself. So everybody in the room thought they was all trash. It was it's not that good. But it was so clean, and his diddles was effortless. I was like, fam, you ain't got to play no faster than this. You ain't got to do nothing else. This is absolute water. So that was my experience going down during the shares. Like
right. But we weren't asking you about your experience. So
truck you.
no, that's what's up though. So you sub playing at the
Yeah, so week 1 I sub, and then so week 2, this where things got a lot more interesting. So I within week 1 I met another homie. Shout out the bro Dominique. He been looking out for me. He's from Ohio. So I met him in the same studio building, and we became cool. And then the following week, he was like, "Hey, bro, I just did this gig." I was like, "What gig?" He was like, "Bro, I'm with such and such." And I was like, "Oh, for real?" I was like, "Man,
this big name or no name?"
Oh, this big name, A-list.
Okay.
Big name, A-list. I was like, "Bro, like how? What? Like, tell me the story. Like, how did that even happen?" And then he told me. Then he was like, "Bro, I'll be helping people get on. If I would have known, I would have called you." I was like,
speaking the mic, bro.
Yeah, I would have called you or whatnot. And I was like, "Bro, look, if there's any other openings, any way I could get be involved, let me know." Later on that week, he called me. He was like, "Yo, what you doing over the weekend?" I was like, "Nothing, chilling. Maybe go to church." And then he was like, "All right, what you doing right now?" "Oh, I'm in the gym, just trying to get some work in." He was like, "Hey, man, I gave them your name. They know who you are. Come up to Center Stage." And Center Stage is one of the rehearsal halls out there where all like big artists rehearse. And I was like, "What? Excuse me? Like what?" Man, I must have ran out that gym so quick. Rushed on over there. Man, got in there, man. As soon as I got in there, they handed me paperwork and signed my stuff, and I was on.
before rehearsal.
But yeah, as soon as I walk in the door, they was like, "Hey
They
man,
didn't even audition. You didn't even hear.
nah,
Just,
none of
wow.
that. Just
Talk
being,
about-
just being,
Talk about the power of relationships,
bruh.
Homie was
Oh,
like,
that's what it's all about out here. Everything I've done is based off a homie just
Somebody
putting
you
me
know.
on, and yeah,
You think that's more beneficial than the auditions you went to? Because
absolutely.
we talked
But I
about
mean, at the
auditions.
auditions that I've been to, that's where you meet the homies stuff. So it kind of worked together.
It all kind of comes.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, it's all been about relationships, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you went to center stage, and after you signed all the paperwork and everything, did you guys start rehearsals or what?
Yeah, like they was rehearsing,
Oh.
and so I just jumped in the pack. We
Well,
on,
how many musicians was it?
bruh. So this was a unique situation. It was a drum line.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
unique
you was playing
situation.
what?
Bass drum.
Can
Yeah.
you imagine this dude on a bass
Right,
drum?
little guy gotta.
First of all,
He sent me a video.
bass drum as big as him, huh? He up there holding on to it like this, trying not to fall over.
Brody, where's the video? I'm about to show it to you.
Oh my
Ah!
I gotta scroll back.
Hey, just know we own though. Hey, that's what I told her. Cause when I walked in, it was like, "Hey man, do you mind playing the bass drum?" I said, "Hey, my brother, I'll play anything that you want me to play. Like I'm down."
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was dope.
What's the difference between that type of gig,
That A-list
the A-list gig, compared to playing at basically an A-list church, also compared to playing gigs out in NorCal?
Of course, A-list gig come with perks.
The treatment.
You
Do
get the
treatment at
treatment.
the church too, or not?
It's church is church.
And
You know, you there. You're not there for yourself. You're there for the Lord.
yeah,
So church
No,
is
no, no,
church, man.
You're there for the Lord.
I-
This guy.
Whoa!
Hey,
What are you speaking about?
Oh my.
I don't know what you're on today, bro. Did you not take
But-
communion?
Go ahead.
I'm
no,
looking
so
for the
yeah,
video.
the A-list, you definitely got some perks, man. Especially in terms of traveling and all that good stuff. Is you got
So what kind of travel perks was you flying?
oh yeah, it
Oh,
was
so you was on the road.
you know a little bit,
Listen, I'm not mad at you, bro.
you know.
So all of this happened in a span of 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is all in 2 weeks. That's
You
why I was
consider
like,
this normal? 'Cause-
no, absolutely not.
Huh.
And everybody I'll talk to is like, bro, like, cause people I'll talk to, I'll be like, yeah, I just moved out here a week ago, and they was like, bro, and you doing this?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man, God is good. That's all I say. God has been blowing my mind away. God is good. That's all I can say about it. It's crazy, and it's not the norm.
Probably not gonna be able to tell. Well, you should be able to tell. I'm showing him the video of a gig he did on bass drum for this artist.
Is that him?
Did you see him?
No.
There he is.
Oh, I
Hey.
gave you a little.
They gave him the 16-inch bass drum.
Hey.
What size was it?
That joint is a 12.
What size was your bass drum, buddy?
It was 18.
18? Okay.
Yeah, it was 18.
Because the people who had the big, they get, so you know what?
Hey, bro,
We're going to give him the little one.
I was happy to have a little joint, man. Walking around that thing, man. I was happy.
What,
Smiles.
Was the pay right?
Yeah.
Is the pay different down in SoCal?
It's levels to it, like it's levels everywhere, I would say. So I know of some gigs that's actually cheaper than being in NorCal, which
Cheap,
I
you
would.
say cheap or mean they pay less?
They pay less, and I was shocked.
Really?
I was like, "Yo, what
Like,
is
how
this?
much-
What are y'all doing?" It was like a 50 piece. Like I was like, "Yo,
50 feet?
what y'all doing out here?" Like, hey, nah, for real. I was shocked. I was shocked, yo.
We in La La
Hey,
Land,
I was
bro.
shocked,
Hey,
yo.
we in La La Land.
Hey, $50 for what though? For how long?
Oh, it's an all night thing, man.
Really?
That's all. I was discouraged, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was discouraged. I said, y'all, this is what. All
Bro, I'm
right.
not gonna lie, I was in LA earlier this year.
Yeah.
I was playing for Vadia.
Yeah.
And somebody walked up to me after I finished playing. He was like, "Bro, dope, why you not from out here?" I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm from up north." Well, he's like, "Oh, okay, you be out here a lot though?" I mean, here and there. He's like, "Bro, you mind if I take your number down? Like, would you be down like to play some gigs?" And I was like, "I mean, hit me up. Oh, it's all good." He's like, "I mean, they pay like $100. You good for like $100 gigs?" I was like,
Hey, it's real.
"Yeah, So I mean, it's not, but it's not
You're
church
not,
though.
you're not driving 6 hours.
I'm not driving 6
For
hours.
$100.
No, I am not.
Hey man,
It's $100 just to get down there.
No, I am not.
That's
There's
ridiculous.
$100. Yes, in the Prius. Yes, it's $100. Less probably, a little less.
bro,
Truck
it's
discount.
But still, not driving to LA for $100. I was shocked that they were doing gigs. That's when I learned. Oh, you guys are doing the same thing, unless you're on a certain level of gigs.
absolutely. Like I said, it's all
Like,
about
the
levels.
local stuff is
The local stuff, man, is you in
Club gigs.
the club gigs.
Well,
It's the
is there any negatives with playing an A-list gig, or is it just all? It's all good. It's always good at all times.
man, it's not good at all times with anything. I would say. You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta take the good with the bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the difference?
So
there?
like you still can run into hey, my money late. You still can run into just sitting around in rehearsal while other people learning parts. You still can run into stuff like that.
But the
yeah.
money is a little different because
The money is different.
So more
So
if you have A-list. If it's the $50 gig, the $50 late ain't that bad.
so that's the difference. If you lay on a $50 check, it's like all right, whatever, $50. But if you lay on a big check, it's like, hey man, I got rent. Hey man, come on now, stop playing with me.
Very true.
And yeah,
I'm
man.
not asking you specifically what you got paid.
Yeah.
But on average, what would you consider to be a big check out there? It's kinda hard to tell.
It's very hard to tell,
Everybody
man.
Get paid different.
Everybody get paid
Well,
different.
Between what's a low number and what's a high number?
Uh,
Well, let's say a low number because some people can be paid $3,000, $4,000.
it all depends on the
lowest?
gig. Like what kind of gig?
An A-list artist.
I'll go from 5 to 1,000 maybe.
For sure.
Yeah, or 4 to 1,000, something like that.
400 to 1,000 a show for A-list artists.
And that's just in stuff that I've seen so far.
Right. There's gotta be
Yeah.
higher paid than that.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
just
If
what
not,
I've
we're
seen.
back at home again. I mean, I'm just saying as far as the price range. Like, okay, up here you're probably not. Well, if you're playing for an A-list artist, it's just different. Like, but you can find $400 on local gig.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah, but I mean,
Not
on the
that
flip
big.
side, I mean, like if you're touring, your pay could be different. Like,
Well, if you're touring, that's like, and it's multiple shows a night.
yeah, it's multiple
shows
shows. You could get on salary where you get a certain amount a week.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a different ball game as well.
Right.
Do y'all get per diem and all of that, or
Oh yeah. Yep.
what about
Hold on. What's a per diem amount like that? I mean, are they really covering enough for free to eat for the whole day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's love.
What about
I'm not mad at it.
unions? Are y'all doing musicians unions out there or not?
I haven't personally got into it, but I have heard about it. I actually heard some good things about that. Made me want to check it out. With health benefits and stuff, I'm like, yo, being a musician, sometimes we don't get all that.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've heard for musicians to be in the union, like when you guys play gigs, it's a certain hourly rate.
Yeah.
Which could actually
That could go against you. Yeah, that could help you or go against you depending on what you're doing. So
But
yeah,
if you're a part of the union, do you have to do your things, do everything through the union, or
that I don't know. I really don't know.
Stuff.
I don't know much about it. I just heard
Because
minimal.
from what I've heard and seen in like reports, like the vast majority of musicians are not a part of the union.
Yeah. Hey, but I heard some stuff like if you do award shows,
That you gotta go through the union.
you gotta go through the union or it's something else that you have to actually pay a due first. And I was like, whoa, I didn't know about this. That
because we know some people who've done award shows or have played on those types of things.
yeah.
We should probably get one of them to come to the
Yeah, for real. Cause I would like to learn more about it.
This guy just moved. What is he know?
Yeah, seriously, I barely just moved, so I don't know much. But these guys,
Come on, man, that's foul, bro. You
Nah,
can't
it's-
get anything like that. I mean,
it's all good, man. I feel like your experience has been incredible in terms of the gigs that you got to play
absolutely.
away.
It's been crazy.
right away. Now, are you still doing that gig?
No,
How long did it last?
I did it for about a month and a half.
Okay, and then they just decided to go in a different direction.
Yeah, because it's different configurations
Got you.
of the
got you.
situation.
So it wasn't that you was trash.
Nah, it wasn't
Oh,
that. I was
okay.
trash.
it's like it's a bass drum, bro. How do you mess up on the bass drum, bro?
Listen.
Bro.
Maybe he started doing his own thing and started feeling himself. He seen a little groupie in the audience. And was like,
Hey,
I'm gonna take a bass
Brody,
drum solo.
what is the groupie love like playing for A-level artists, Brody?
I haven't experienced the groupie. I will say this though. This is how I knew I was at a different level. is where I was doing the gig, and we was walking to like some stadium area place. I forgot the name of it.
What city?
We was in Chicago,
Okay.
and literally it was people waiting to get in,
Mm.
and I just walked by, gave them a little 2-piece, and everybody screamed. I said, I said, hey, yo, this is different. Like,
I can get used to
yeah,
that.
this
I
is
hear you,
very,
man.
very different,
I'm used to
man.
giving 2 pieces and nobody saying nothing to me.
Right? Like, usually, yeah.
I'm used to being ignored and fired from all my gigs.
I know all about
Which is
that.
why I got the gigs
Hey,
in the first place.
this
Because
guy,
he was fired
No,
before I got hired.
that's not what happened.
That's
But-
clearly that's not what happened.
Not at all.
But yeah, that's when I know I was like, yo, this is different. And then like afterwards, you taking selfies with people, and people want to get to know who you are. They're like,
Right. And
I'm
like,
all
they
like,
give it to their grandkids, like that guy played
Yeah,
such and such.
it's crazy. So that's
And they're like,
different.
that's it. You don't know his name? No.
No, he's
Right.
Just, I met the drummer. That's it. What it is.
Well, he was one of them.
Absolutely.
So it's like being at home is in terms of you could be on the gig and then just be off of it whenever.
Absolutely.
They decide
Just
what
how
they
you
want
could
to
get
do.
on, whatever. Like I got on randomly, you know what I'm saying? You can randomly, they go in a different direction, and it is what it is. You just
So what'd you do for like? What was next? What'd you do for money?
How do
So-
you survive?
after that?
so luckily I still been cool with other homies where like church been saving me. Like they be like, hey, I'm out, do this, do
Yeah,
that.
is it not true though that almost every musician that's out there playing for whatever A-list artist, when they come home, they got a church gig?
Yeah, a majority of them, yes, absolutely got a church gig, maybe even a weekly club gig or something like that. Yeah,
It's interesting.
it's a hustle,
So
man.
when
Like,
you stopped doing that gig though, did you feel the financial drop off, or did other stuff been able to hold it together for you?
I felt it a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't lie to you. You know what I mean? It had me to.
The struggle is real.
But no, but my thought process was, man, I was just so grateful to
Yeah.
experience this. I'm like, and once again, I came out there with a healthy savings account.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I'm grateful that I was even able to experience all that I've done in this short amount of time. So
Yeah, I mean, I think that's amazing because you went out there knowing the possibilities.
Yeah.
You went out there knowing, hey, this could be very unpredictable. I could be on cloud 9, and next thing you know, be under the ground, right?
absolutely.
But in terms of how much money you're making,
Yeah.
doing what you're doing, and you went out there, you thought it through. You have visited for years before you
Yep.
did. You have a healthy savings account, and at the end of the day, if you're going through a dry spell, you're okay with it because you actually
Yeah,
I
I'm
planned for this.
I planned for this.
I knew this was a part of it.
Yeah,
And so I
absolutely.
think that's the healthy part, because sometimes it can seem like me and Sticks try to tell people like, oh yeah, going to LA, it may not be what you think it is, but what we're really trying to say is we're trying to pop the bubble
Yeah.
that you have in your mind of whatever you think this place is, and when you go and then you're shell shocked because you didn't know that it's this unpredictable, that you
Right.
could be on cloud 9 for a month and a half, and then for the next 2 months don't know what's going to happen.
Absolutely.
And but that doesn't mean that it's wrong to do it.
Yeah, you gotta go for it,
Just,
man.
you gotta go for it if that's what your dream is.
Yeah.
But just understand that this is
And
part of the journey.
what was dope is I remember the homie we was talking, and he brought to my attention because I was just telling him like, bro, I can't believe I'm doing this so quickly, all the things that I'm doing. And he was like, bro, well, you gotta realize you was out there 2 years of networking. So you even though you are new, you're not new.
Yeah.
Like some homies know who you are already,
Yep.
and that's who calling you.
Yep.
And I was like, yo, I didn't think of it like that. So I put in the time beforehand. So when I actually did the move, I had somewhat
There
of
you go.
connections, and it was dope.
Well, in those connections out there, is it clique-ish, or there's like a certain group of people that just mess with these guys only? It was like they only call their certain friends of drummers, and that's it.
Yeah, man. It all depends who you're dealing with, man. It definitely. I see some clicks, and then I see some genuine good people. So it just all depends on the, and I feel like that's in every city.
Right.
That's why I feel like living in LA, a lot of it has a lot of similarities as living in a smaller city or whatnot. And then, but what's make it different is that it's always that you always have a chance to do something big. So say the $50 gig that I was laughing about, that $50 gig in LA could set you up on a tour. Like someone saw you, picked you up, was like, yo, you dope, man.
Yep, or whoever else was playing there with you.
Yep,
Be in
the other
or
musicians.
support,
Exactly.
yeah, it's
So that's the difference. It's like,
it's all about the setup.
yep.
It's trying to get set up for that thing, and you
Yep.
have to, so you may do the $50 gig, not for the $50 though.
Right.
You're doing it for the network and the relationship. That
Absolutely.
Most musicians become better friends when they play gigs together.
Yep.
True.
Period. Like that's the only reason why me and this guy got cool.
Truck you.
Is it not true?
No,
That's how we got cool.
it's not true. He was begging me for money at the time.
What?
Because at this time he didn't have a church gig that was paying.
All right.
The pastor said, "I'll pay you out of my pocket." He's like, "Man, I just can't take. I don't feel good, man. Take it from my pastor. Ooh, this is $50." And I'm over here like, bro, this is how you get your money. Stick close to me, and I'm gonna get you paid. And ever since then, now this cat don't want to give money back, give his just due back to the homie that put him on. I put you on. You know that.
Like I put him on.
No,
Anyway,
you didn't put
you know what I
me
mean?
on. I put
So
everybody
I
on.
hope everyone who watches the podcast realizes that they can't take anything that this
You know
guy
what it is.
sticks.
This is
says.
what you could take.
Serious.
This is what you take seriously. Quit the drums.
Okay.
If you quit the drums, you will not be depressed about playing drums anymore.
You're
not
What are you
depressed.
talking about?
Nobody's depressed about the drums. I think
They're depressed.
I think you're depressed about the drums.
I'm not.
Are you?
I'm actually good.
All right.
I'm actually straight.
Don't let the money change you, brother.
That part. He done made extra.
Right.
You got the brand new.
Hey, listen, don't trip.
Taking trips.
We out here.
Right.
I don't know what I know not what you speak of.
You just said you went down to
That's
LA
for
to
the, that's for the homie.
Yeah.
And I had to visit my sister.
Well, listen, you wouldn't have been able to afford to do that
Truck you.
if he didn't put you on.
Yes, I would have.
Oh, okay. Now,
It's only $150.
listen,
trip.
it's 3:00. We've been on the podcast for 36 minutes.
Way
It's
too long.
It's past our time on a Sunday. We're supposed to keep it short.
Last question. Do you think it's smart for people to move there for their dreams? Or is it oversaturated with so many musicians that it's just kind of like it's gonna be way too hard?
Well, I would say go for it, man. Because I look at my situation. I went there, and like I said, within 2 weeks, I was doing something that I dreamed of doing. So I'm like, man, just go for it.
Yes.
But-
I mean, I would also say that your situation is not typical.
True.
But something that you did do, everyone can do, and that is if you do it, have a healthy savings account.
Absolutely.
Knowing that, hey, I got enough money to last me for a year, to have a place to stay,
Yep.
to have food to eat,
Yep.
To pay my car note if I have one. Preferably, you don't have one when you make moves like that.
Yeah.
You don't have a car note. I'm not saying that you don't have a car, but you don't have a car note.
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't have a car note. Yeah, I mean, it just makes to keep your expenses really low. And it's not like you're out there trying to live in the fanciest apartment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or that you living modestly and doing what you need to do to try to make your dream come true.
Absolutely.
You actually put yourself in position to where if it didn't happen right away,
Right.
you're still
You
good.
can survive.
Which is why, even though you went up real fast, and now that gig is over, and you're
Right.
like, okay, I'm navigating, trying to figure out what's next.
Yep.
I'm playing. The homies are still called. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to live your life just completely hoping one of the homies calls you for a
Right.
service that week, right?
Right.
But and you're working towards that not being the case.
Right.
However, in the meantime, you got a healthy savings account.
Yep.
And that matters.
Absolutely.
So,
So
if
the
he
next-
didn't, he'd be right back here taking his gigs back from you.
Truck you.
Ah!
So the next time I come down, I want a reimbursement for my gas money. Since you got a
Bro,
healthy
you
savings,
wild.
Brody.
How do you get a reimbursement for your gas? I'm not gonna.
You
Yeah,
know
it
what
doesn't
is?
make sense.
Because I came out there and did a
Doesn't
favor
make
for the homie.
Okay.
Oh,
I put
okay.
you on a gig.
All right.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's get through these comments because we only got a few.
Cool.
Eric Moore, not the homie Eddie Kimore, but Eric Moore says that's a great idea because I tried to download the premium but ran into a problem. By the way, what's good people? I think he's talking about
The app.
Yeah, the app and using it on a desktop. You can't use it on a desktop. It's a mobile app.
Mobile device.
Yep, mobile device. So that means your cell phone or your tablet,
Or
iPad,
yeah.
which is a tablet. Drummer Boy 1993 says, "Bruh, how did you forget your phone was in your pocket?" Oh, about me taking my phone snorkeling with me. It's a crazy thing because I told myself, oh yeah, when I get down to the sand, make sure I take everything out of my pockets. And then I put everything down and I was like, yep, everything's out of my pockets. But apparently it wasn't. And I realized after I had been snorkeling and I cut my hand up on a reef. And so I came out of the water because, as you know, the water's salty and my hand was on fire because it was cut up.
That sounds like that hurt.
And I came out of the water, and then I realized that there was something very heavy in my pocket, and I was like, "Man, is that like some rocks or a crab or what is in my pocket?" Oh, it's my phone. And I said, "That's the end of that." So,
Hey, the money. So, how many stories do you have?
of me breaking a phone.
No, just in general, of breaking something.
Well, he actually broke a 3,000 pedal that belonged to you.
Hey, I
He
just
never-
replaced it, brother.
I didn't break a 3,000 pedal that belonged to him.
He broke the hinge.
What are you
He
talking about?
severed the hinge.
I
Hey.
didn't do anything.
He also stepped through my D drum pedal.
Bro.
Twice.
Hey, man.
Did it twice.
Late, but we in here.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Blake,
It's ridiculous.
sorry I'm late, but what up, Deke? What's good,
We
fam?
lost all the footage. That's why I do iPhones. 250 gigs make you think you got
Bro.
enough room on your phone to leave it.
Ty Freeman says the bros. What's good, Ty Freeman? Jabushis Lamar Jackson was good, man. Sydney Clark was good. Hope you guys all enjoyed the podcast, man. We about to get up out of here, man. Peace out to Facebook right quick.
Deuces. Thank the homie. Thank
And-
the homie B Harris.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag all the way through. Like, share, comment, all this stuff.
You know what it
Back
is.
on Wednesday, 2 p.m. post Meridian is
Meridian.
what PM stands for, and it will be Pacific Standard Time,
Yes.
California time.
Until the next one, family. Peace.
Deuces!
I'm bro. We gonna let that ring out. Like you and your vibrato.
Bruh.
I don't know what
Ricky
that was.
Dillard.
I'm sorry, guys. We're out of here. What in the